Good morning everybody. Today we are going to discuss about the last step of the aerobic respiration, that is the electron transport chain. In this electron transport chain, the oxidative phosphorylation takes place. During oxidation, the ATP synthesis occurs, that is known as oxidative phosphorylation. ADP plus IP gives rise to ATP. Here, synthesis of ATP in the presence of oxidation reaction, hence the name oxidative phosphorylation. And this is also known as the electron transport chain, in which so many electron carriers are participated in the carrying of the electrons which are released during the citric acid cycle and glycolysis by the coenzymes NADH and NAFADH. They are reduced and finally reached the oxygen molecules. In this reaction, so many enzymes are participated. They are located on the inner mitochondrial membrane. The main source of energy in aerobic pathway is the energy generation. It will be stored in the form of ATP. Here the mitochondria, see the structure of the mitochondria. Mitochondria consists of an outer membrane and an inner membrane, and the space present between the outer and the inner membrane is the perimitochondrial space, and the center part is the matrix part, in which the inner membrane, it will be formed into a finger like projections, that is known as cristae. So the electron transport system occurs in cristae, and here there are some small tennis backed rocket like structures are present. They are known as the F0 F1 particles. So these are participated in the electron transport system. Here mitochondria consists of an outer membrane and an inner membrane, and in between the inner and the outer membrane there is a space that is known as intermembrane space or perimitochondrial space. So the electron transport system occurs in between the membranes, the inner membrane, intermembrane space and the matrix of the mitochondria. So in this, the closed section of the mitochondrial membrane shows the structure of the electron transport system. It consists of 4 enzymes in the form of a complexes. So that is complex 1, complex 2, complex 3 and complex 4. Here there are 4 electron chain complexes in the inner mitochondrial membrane. They are present in the system. So let us discuss about the complex 1. This complex 1 of the electron chain is named as oxidation reduction reaction occurs in this complex 1, and this is named as NADH oxidoreductase. NADH oxidoreductase. So complex 1 consists of NADH oxidoreductase. In this, NADH is reduced form of NADH, and dehydrogenate is the enzyme in which hydrogen is removed, and it consists of an FMN, that is flavin mononucleotide. It is a iron sulfur containing prosthetic group. It consists of an enzyme known as NADH oxidoreductase. First of all, the electrons reached the FMN, and the electrons reached the FMN in which NAD is reduced to NADH. In this NADH, the protons are released. They are entered into the perimitochondrial space. So in this reaction, 4 protons are released from the NADH during this oxidation reaction. So it is a L-shaped protein complex. It carries electrons from NADH to the second complex. This is about the first complex. Next, second complex named as succinate dehydrogenase. Here this succinate dehydrogenase means succinate is the, it will remove the hydrogen ions from the succinate ion, and dehydrogenase is the reduction reaction in which it consists of FMN is a prosthetic group. Here Fe iron containing FMN, that is flavin mononucleotide. So the electrons released from the FAD, it will reaches the FMN. This is the second prosthetic group. So it also a part of the Krebs cycle in which succinate is oxidized into fumarate in the citric acid cycle. In the citric acid cycle, after the alpha ketoglutaric acid, the succinate, it is oxidized to fumarate in the form, in the presence of an enzyme fumarase. So here FADH is produced in this reaction, which is used for the donation of the electrons in the electron transport system. So already formed FADH2, which is present in the citric acid cycle, this, it will donate some electrons. So these electrons are transported in this electron transport system, and this consists of an iron sulfur cluster which is present in the complex, that is FMN. This is the second complex. Next, third complex consists of a cytochrome oxidase, that is, it also known as Q cytochrome oxidoreductase. It consists of a group of complex enzymes in which the proteins having a heme group and their complexes are having other prosthetic groups. They also contain iron core, in which iron exists as oxidized and reduced form. Here Fe2 plus is reduced to Fe3 plus. So here iron is occurs in the reduced form. Next, in this the third complex, this cytochrome consists of number of cytochromes, that is cytochrome B, cytochrome C1 and cytochrome C. Here cytochrome B and C1 accepts electrons from the electron transport system, and cytochrome C, which then transport the electrons from the fourth complex. Here C acts as a acceptor and the donor also. So cytochrome complex consists of cytochrome B, cytochrome C1 and cytochrome C. Next is the another complex, that is fourth complex, which consists of cytochrome oxidase and enzyme, in which it contains a heme group and the copper units. Here cytochrome oxidase, the cytochrome C, it receives the electrons from the cytochrome C and it sends to the complex 4, which uses these electrons from the reduction of the oxygen into H2O. So the hydrogen ions released, which are taken by the oxygen, and it will be reduced into a water molecule. Therefore, it is called cytochrome C oxidase. This is called cytochrome C oxidase. So see here, this is the structure. It occurs in two membranes, that is, first the intermembrane space, that is the perimitochondrial space. Second is the inner mitochondrial membrane. Third one is the mitochondrial matrix. So the electron transport system takes place in between the three layers, that is intermembrane space, intermembrane and the mitochondrial matrix. So first of all, the electrons released during the reduction of the NADH, there are 4 protons are released and NADH is reduced to NAD. The protons released from the NADH, they are transferred to intermembrane space, and it will carry electron to the FAD, that is flavinadenone dinucleotide. It is a prosthetic group. So after reaching the electrons, the FAD sends the electrons to FMN second complex, in which in between these it will enter into a quinone that is quinone cycle, that is ubiquinone is reduced to ubiquinol. It is a quinol volume, that is quinol cycle. Here these electrons from quinol, it reaches the second complex, that is FMN. It is another prosthetic group, and the electrons from the FMN, they are transferred to cytochrome complex. So here cytochrome reductase is enzyme. This is the third complex in which cytochrome from here ATP is formed in three places. See that pink color represents the formation of the ATP and release of the 4 hydrogen atoms. And here also 4 hydrogen atoms are released and they are transferred to intermembrane space from the cytochrome C, and the cytochrome C, they are transferred, these electrons are transferred to cytochrome B and cytochrome A and cytochrome A3. So finally the protons released, they are taken by the oxygen molecule and formed into a hydrogen molecule, that is water molecule. So here 2H plus half O2 is formed into a water molecule, and finally the electrons reached the complex 5, that is ATP synthetase. Here it is a F0 F1 complex in which F0 and F1 the ATP synthesis takes place, which is catalyzed by ATP synthetase enzyme. Here ADP plus IP gives rise to ATP. Here 10 protons are released into the perimitochondrial space, whereas the ATP are formed during this electron transport system, and these electrons are carried out by the electron carriers, in which cytochromes are the electron carriers during this electron transport system. Finally 34 ATP are formed in this electron transport system. In this overall glycols is 4 ATP are formed, whereas in the Krebs cycle 2 ATP are formed. Finally in the electron transport system 34 ATP are synthesized, in which the 40 ATP are the net gain, in which 2 ATP are utilized during the glycolysis reaction. So the net gain of the ATP synthesis is the 38 ATP. So during this aerobic respiration, there are the glycolysis and the oxidative decarboxylation of the pyruvic acid, and the Krebs cycle and the electron transpiration. In these 4 steps, the ATP are synthesized, in which the net gain of the aerobic respiration is the 38 ATP. So here 38 ATP are synthesized. So cellular respiration balance sheet consists of in the glycolysis 2 ATP are formed. So from the NADH 2 ATP is formed, that is 4 ATP are finally formed, in which 2 ATP are utilized. The net result is the formation of the 2 ATP. In the pyruvic oxidation of the matrix of the mitochondria, there are 3 ATP are formed during the reduction of the NADH. During Krebs cycle, so 2 ATP are formed, and from 6 NADH 18 ATP are formed. From 2 FADH 4 ATP are formed. Finally, during the respiration, which occurs in the absence of the oxygen, that is known as anaerobic respiration. So during aerobic respiration 38 ATP are formed, whereas in the anaerobic respiration 2 molecules of ATP are formed during the glucose synthesis, that is the destruction of the glucose into the pyruvic acid. In this partial destruction of the glucose molecule, here during fermentation process ethanol is the result product, and from with the CO2. So there are two types of anaerobic respirations present in the plants. One is the glycolysis, which occurs in the cytoplasm, already explained. Second one is the fermentation. It is in the form of alcoholic fermentation or in the lactic acid fermentation. This is all of two types. In plants, ethyl alcoholic fermentation occurs, in which the process the decarboxylase pyruvate acid convert into acetaldehyde, which is reduced to ethanol. Then NADH regenerate to continue glycolysis is called fermentation. So during this fermentation, this pyruvic acid is formed into ethanol. So this is about the alcoholic fermentation. So this see the reaction, glucose C6H12O6 gives rise to 2CH3CH2OH, that is ethyl alcohol, plus 2CO2, that is carbon dioxide, plus 2 ATP. During the anaerobic respiration, 2 ATP are synthesized. It takes place in the yeast and in some bacteria and yields only the 2 ATP molecules, which is produced in glycolysis. So this is about the aerobic and anaerobic respiration, in which this aerobic respiration, the net gain of ATP are 38 ATP, whereas in the anaerobic respiration, the net gain of ATP are 2 ATP. So thank you very much about this. Next class we shall discuss the another topic.